Hello, hello to anyone lurking. I need to set up the music, which I didn't get set up before stream. I don't know why. Let's see, where is... Well, let me do it. Let's see, window capture. Spotify. There we go. And... Okay, I think that works. I just need to crank the volume up a smidge. Hello to anyone who is in here. I'm going to be working on this little hedgehog today. I think that's about the right volume. Okay, that annoying thing out of the way. Let's get to work on this hedgehog. Or back to work, should I say. I was looking at this before stream and I thought to myself, I think the cup should have a plate under it. It looks a little weird that the cup is just on the table and the other two plates are right there. So we're going to add a plate underneath the cup, I think. We put that right underneath these other layers and figure out what brushes I was using. I think I was using that chalk brush a lot, but maybe the dry ink for the main shapes and then the chalk on the edges. I don't remember what I did, but let's just try the chalk brush and see what happens. I know I was going for more texture than I normally go for. Yeah, I think I just used the chalk brush. And we're going to do a circular, but not actually circular shape for the plate. You know how we do. We like a rounded square kind of shape that's not perfect around here. Fill that in myself. Alright, I guess there's too many gaps on this bottom part. That Hedgie is just, he is just vibing. He is relaxing. I kind of wanted to make the coffee color a little lighter, more like, not black coffee, but like somebody's added a splash of milk or something. Lighten it up a little bit. And then I'm going to use the chalk brush to erase some of the excess that I don't really like. After 100 years. You didn't miss much. I skipped last week. I was just busy. So all you've really missed is... I don't even remember what I did 2 weeks ago. Oh, I got a piece of glitter or something on my screen. It scared me. I thought it was a dead pixel or something. Anyway. What did I do? I did this Cacomystal, which is an animal I'd never heard of. I can't remember... was it you who suggested this animal? Somebody suggested this. So I did it, and I thought it came out really cute. The hedgehog I've been working on. I did the penguins and then the caterpillar cake. So you really haven't missed that much. This was from like, what, a month ago? So yeah, the hedgehog I started in my usual style of just flat shapes. But I've been trying to add a little more texture. So I'm trying different brushes. I'm using the chalk brush a lot and things of that nature. I messed up a little bit here, but that's okay. We can fix it. Trying to get slightly messier edges and warmer, cozier looking stuff going on here. This is basically done. I just wanted to finish it on the stream. And then I can take suggestions for what to finish or dig back into the caterpillar cakes if nobody's got any ideas, or, you know, just rolling with it today. As we do here. The penguins look so adorable. Thank you. I really like how they came out. I added too much like steam or whatever around his little feet. They're like too obscured, so I gotta fix that. Where is this at? Oh, it's just this layer of messy lighting or ambient lighting from the window. I'm going to... Where is that? I just had it. Right here? Yeah, let's mask that and then use black to take away some of that. We want a little bit of it on the coffee surface, but a little bit of it would be in shadow from the arm here. Missed the wheel with the suggestion. Oh, I think it was just somebody randomly said it, and I was like, I've never heard of that in my life. I didn't know if it was a character from a game or what. Cacomystal. Apparently it's an animal. It's just like an animal I'd never heard of before. And I thought it was really cute, so. See, here's where I messed up. I put the lighting... No, because I have this light. I have the lighting of the room that's hitting the feet. And then I have the window lighting that's hitting, like... You know, this is where I really need to learn about lighting and color, but this window would have like a little, you know, impact on the lighting of the feet. Because it's right there, it's like right next to his foot. I want some of that on the coffee surface. I want some of it on the edge of the feet. Maybe I'll keep it really subtle because it's not a particularly sunny day. Obviously, it's rainy, so there wouldn't be too much light coming in, but I just wanted that mood of the rain, I suppose. Yeah, I haven't taken a wheel suggestion in a minute. Maybe I could do that, you know, actually get through that list. If I bring up stickies, I must still have it saved. Stickies. Yeah, I do. Okay, good. Phew. I know I have it saved somewhere else on my computer too, just in case I like accidentally get rid of the sticky note thing, but I have it. Work my way through that list a little bit. This is just for funsies, this hedgehog. This is just like nonsense here. All this raininess right here. I just want it on like the edge of the foot and the edge of the arm and the edge of some of these spikes. I think I just kind of haphazardly slapped it down with the idea of making it, you know, more rainy or moody looking. I don't really mind if it's messy, it's kind of what I'm going for here anyway. And zoomed out, can't tell. Can't tell it's a mess. I did want to add little inner ear shading. Hello, how are you? Add a little inner ear shading on this guy. And there's some other stuff I wanted to do that's eluding me right now. Maybe add a little bit of something to the plates, or I don't know. I kind of want to keep it simple, so. I do like using this chalk brush, though. I'm into it. I have to use it more. I don't know if anything will replace my beloved dry ink, but I'm liking how chunky and textured this one is. How are we doing this fabulous Saturday? I was about to say Friday. This fabulous Saturday. I got a nice walk in. I picked up another old random beat up paperback book to shred the pages for. I have an idea of doing more pieces that are not this, but like this, where it's like warm and cozy, it's more textured, and I'm taking some of the things I've done in my abstract paintings in my free time and bringing them into the digital. So I want to scan or like take photos of some of these ripped book pages with like washes of paint on them and use them as like texture brushes and maybe make texture packs or something for Procreate. So I can layer on some like, because I think it would be cool for like maybe the surface of this table if there were layers of, instead of wood grain, there's like a chunk that's got some words on it from a book, one that's got like a textured pattern from like a shirt or something, just some layers of texture going on. I think that would make an interesting looking little piece. And I could go find just random book pages and stuff now, but I don't want to interrupt the flow of what I'm doing here. You're just chilling on an early Sunday morning? That sounds lovely. Just chilling. Now where is this little brown speck on the window coming from? Because that's going to really irritate me. Where on earth is that search and destroy mission? The downside of layers. Oh, there it is. Phew. I was like, I'm going to have to turn on and off like 20 layers here. Okay, get rid of some of this schmutz all over the window there. Hello. How are you? And then I got to move this spiral hidden behind this spiral. It's like I'm going to move that over on the window a little bit. So I think I did that with a mask, so I'm just going to use white to restore the color of that layer, and then black to hide it. I like the little spirals. I think they're cute. I've been into spirals, and I was playing with like new aesthetics for my signature and my portfolio and stuff I want to do, right? And I was doing all these like spirally letters, and I kind of had to change direction of what I was doing because I was inspired by stuff like this, like the stuff you see on the screen. It's the inspo for this piece, the old cafe, like nostalgia. But then I see it's like, oh, it's very Olivia Rodrigo. So I like tweaked it a little so it didn't look like her album font, you know? Though I do like that. I didn't want to be like accused of like ripping off a young pop star. But I was like, I was like, okay, what if I did my letters like, and I did like a little swirl here, and like I was just playing with stuff like that. And then I kept seeing these lyric videos for the Olivia Rodrigo. I'm like, oh, it's just that. So I decided on, I thought it would be cool if I did like A is just a spiral, and then, you know, regular letters, A is a spiral, and then the E is the same spiral but flipped. Like, whoa. I know this is probably not interesting to anyone, but it's a vibe, right? Like it matches with this like spirally, quirky kind of thing. I'm taking my portfolio a different direction. I'm very excited about it. But I thought also the AE spirals here would be like a cool minimal logo, like done better, but you see the vision, right? Like it's there. And then a little spiral over the eye. But this way it doesn't look like the Olivia Rodrigo font. Like it's a little different. Anyway, yeah, I like the vibe of it. It's nostalgic, but it's not too like 90s specific, like whatever. It's cool. So you're looking at the like the color palette and vibe for what I'd like to do, but better, you know. I'll get better at it. I've been needing to overhaul my portfolio for years, and I've been dragging my feet on it. So I hope I can get a few pieces done. I'll have to brainstorm some good pieces. You see it? You see the vision? And I was digging, I was like, wow, I don't want to jack any of this swag, because like some of the music videos, like the lyric videos that came out for that, it's a good album, by the way. Like I was never like an Olivia Rodrigo stan, but I like this new album. It's good. The lyric videos are like hand animated too, and they have like textured paper and like paint, and like it's very like handmade crafted feel. I'm like, oh, people are like into this now, like this is the hip new thing. I think it's a backlash and a response to AI, so that's kind of encouraging. Like I don't know, it just felt like a sign to like, okay, you're going in the right direction, like this is what people like to see. Like I don't know, it was encouraging to see that emphasis on handmade, raw human art. I thought that was cool. You still don't know what a portfolio is? It's just a site. Well, in the old days, it would be a physical folder full of the best examples of your work. So alyssaaaron.com, that's my portfolio. It has pieces that I'm proud of on it, but they're a little disjointed. They don't have a consistent visual style, except that they're all cute animals. I want everything to have a consistent color palette, feeling, so like people can look at it and go, oh, I know who that artist is. So I just want the whole site to have a coherent vibe, warm and cozy. And I'm very inspired by the stuff I've been messing with my abstract paintings and stuff. So I think it'll all feed into each other. I do want to try, since we're talking textures, or I want to add another texture to the table. I don't know why I got thinking about like newspaper and stuff. And we don't have that on Procreate, but I want to see what other funky things we do have. Let's see. Well, we have wood, but that's a little tacky to just do wood on the wood. Like it's a little much. Let's see what we do have. Maybe a chunky charcoal. We can come back to that. Industrial. I kind of like this like rusty brush. Let's just try it. I never use any of these. That's almost too smooth. I want something a little... On the light background, it's nice and gritty, but on that red, it's like... Maybe go a little deeper. Let's go like this. Maybe at the bottom like that. Kind of richens up that red a little bit. I dig that. I need to fix the shadow on the plate, too. The plate is like wrong now, because there's no shadow on it. Wait, where is... Why is this not changing color? Oh, I see. Well, I didn't want to use the rust brush on that, but let's go back to chalk. And then I'd also like to, I really want to, now that I'm looking at Procreate and using all these weird brushes, I want to minimize and streamline my Procreate so it's only like, so I have the toolbox that's my most used brushes. I just want my Procreate to be that, and like one other folder for paper textures, one other folder for patterns, streamlined. I want to make my own brushes, my own textures that are unique to me. As much as I love the Jing Sketch brushes and highly recommend them, I want to make my own, you know? Why on earth is this painting a different color than when I select it? See, like, it keeps getting darker the more I paint on it. What is happening with this layer? Did I, like, do something wrong? What's happening? Hold up. I'm gonna clipping mask. That'll solve it, I hope. If it doesn't, then there's something with the layer on top of it. Because, like, it's tripping me out. See, look. It's, like, staying lighter under this spot here. Alright, something's going on above the plate layer. What's happening? It's not the cup. It's like some color layer or something. It's gotta be. Is it this? It's this. I found the culprit. Okay. That was the explanation. Okay. How about we just take that, drag that shadow shape in, clean up the edges, relatively speaking. It doesn't need to be perfect. Like that. Let's see, with your experience, AI kind of sucks because you would spend more time explaining what you want instead of getting what you're actually looking for. Yeah, and that's the thing, is a lot of people that come to me still, like, work is slower. I'm mainly getting, like, self-published children's book gig work right now. But when people do come to me now, like, 30% of the time they'll say, hey, I tried making this with AI and it looks really bad. Can you fix it? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to fix the AI image, excuse me, but I will draw something similar to what you're looking for as a human. But, and it's because they didn't know what to ask for. Like, people don't know what they want until you show it to them a lot of the time. That's the only thing keeping me in business, so to speak, is that people really don't know what they want. Like, the only time you see people generate AI images on Facebook or whatever is because they saw somebody else do it and they literally copy and paste that prompt from somebody else. Like, when you see people do, like, do me in, like, this 90s horror movie, or me in this, like, whatever, caricature, carnival style, they'll say, what prompt did you use? And then copy and paste that from somebody else and use. They're not even thinking to make the prompt. Like, there's no brain power involved. There needs to be brain power at some part of the process if you want, like, specific art made. You need to know how to describe what you're looking for. Otherwise, you're just copying a copy of a copy, you know? It's just, like, brainless activities. And like you said, even when you do know what you're asking for and you ask AI something, it's not always going to know what you're talking about or present something satisfactory. Google searches most of the time are, like, wrong. Not most of the time, but way more than they used to be, because the AI summary is just wrong, or it's pulling from an unreliable source, or just a nightmare. I never used it for art or writing. I used it when I was younger for rewriting your own writing or helping naming characters. Yeah, I could see the utility in it for, like, brainstorming names of things or some simple task. Like, you just need a robot to spit out something. Like, I get why people do that. I don't, because, like, the few times I've Googled stuff and, like, I get an AI answer and it's wrong, it just made me so mad. It's like, you know? It would be faster to just Google the thing and look it up on Wikipedia and it would be accurate. Like, just do the work yourself. You run the risk of actually learning something if you do it yourself, too. You know, and it sounds very, like, curmudgeonly, like, back in my day, we used the Dewey Decimal System and we looked up books at the library, but it's real. Like, you know, you gotta use your brain. Use it or lose it. You're gonna atrophy your brain relying on AI to answer basic stuff. I find it disturbing when people have conversations with AI chatbots. Like, with the voice thing that you can do on, like, Grok and some of them. They're just chatting with it like it's a friend, and I find that very disturbing. Don't do that, please. You can go on Reddit and meet friends. You can go on Discord and meet friends. You can meet friends without leaving the house. Just you don't need a robot. I promise. It's not even a robot. A robot would be kind of cool. This is a chat bot. This is for all the old people listening. Nobody. Smarter Child, if you remember from the AIM days, where it would just predict how to... It was an LLM style thing, but for our era, where you'd chat with this bot on AIM and it would talk to you like it was a person. That's not your friend. Alright, whatever this is driving me crazy. Right here, the edge of the table. I need to find where that is, because I want to clean that up a little bit, because it's looking like, even zoomed out I can see it, and it's really messy looking and not in like a cool textured way. So that's what I'm fiddling with here, is trying to figure out how to tackle that. Okay. Change to DuckDuckGo is so much better. Its AI is completely optional. Yeah, I heard you can turn off AI straight up on there. I might actually switch to DuckDuckGo, to be honest. I'm just so used to using Google, it's just muscle memory, but the fact that you can switch it off is really cool. The only time you do it is when you're just using search and the recap, and it's really it. Yeah, most people are just having AI forced on them and don't want it, because it's like, most of the time it's not even very good. I'm sure there's people doing incredible things with it out there somewhere, but it's not art and it's not Google search results, I'll tell you that much. Okay, where is the table? I'm losing my mind. Right here. Okay. I think if I just erase that, that'll fix it. Nope, it's something else underneath now. It looks better, though. Where is this? This little sliver of whatever. What is that? Oh my gosh. I'm losing my mind. Okay, I'm just really gonna fix it by just painting over it. Just do it by hand. Put in the work, you know? I'm just talking about no shortcuts. Just paint over it. And if I use similar colors and tones as the window, you're not even going to be able to tell that there was an issue down here at all. Okay, that looks a lot better. It was just like that chunk of red that was like right here that was really making me crazy. I don't know why. Anyway, let's see. Enough about AI. How's your week been? Week's been fine. I've just been, I have 3 different kids book projects going on right now. One is like 80% done, one's like 90% done, and one just started. So I'm trying to juggle, like, do I wrap one up, but then every time I think it's done, it comes back with revision notes? Do I work on this other one that's nearly done, or do I, like, make significant progress on the third one? So it's juggling all 3 of them. That's really all I've been doing this week. And then I'm gonna have to start hustling more, because after those projects are done, they'll set me right for a few months. I'll be fine, but I need to find more work, so then it'll be time to start plugging the commissions again. Which, by the way, if you go to alyssaaaron.com/tree, the link on the top of the screen, there's a link to Ko-fi and a link to my commission price chart. The pricing's the same at Ko-fi or whatever, but it just depends on if you'd rather email me directly and pay me for a commission, or if you'd rather do it through Ko-fi. Anyhow, that's my plug, my one-time a stream plug. That's all I've been doing, is kids book work. Okay, so I have the inner ears done. There was something else I wanted. Oh, this arm, it's like blending into the face. That's really not sitting well with me. So let's fix that. Let's get a little bit of like a lighter grayer pink. Let's try that first. I really like this brush. I gotta get into this brush and figure out the brush dynamics of it and make a few versions of it for myself that I like, you know? Because there's little things I don't like. I don't like, it's like maybe too textured, but I love that it's square with like an angle and you can kind of taper it. I don't know. I'll find out exactly what I like and don't like about it and reverse engineer it. I forgot what I was even saying. Don't know if you explain your job. Do you do commissions and make kids books? Yeah, I do a lot of work through Fiverr. It's Alyssa Aaron at Fiverr. I don't talk about it a lot because I don't like telling people to get on Fiverr because there's a lot wrong with the site. It's been promoting AI use and stuff, but it's just where I get a lot of clients and word of mouth business and so on and so forth. So I do a lot of work there. I have one project going on through there right now. And then word of mouth through Fiverr and elsewhere, people just find me and are like, hey, I love your style. I'd love you to do XYZ for me. So I'll do odd jobs like that. But through Fiverr and off Fiverr, I've done mascot designs for schools and businesses. I've done greeting card designs, kids' toys, self-published kids' books, random illustrations for people's birthday parties, like just anything. I've done all kinds of stuff on there. Where I really want my portfolio to focus now that I'm like trying to make it professional and actually overhaul it, I want to do like one part of the portfolio is kids book illustrations with like scenes with multiple characters interacting and whatnot, and then one is for licensing, which is you make art for products. So say if you've ever seen a greeting card with cute art on it, or you go to, I don't know if you got them in Australia, but TJ Maxx or TK Maxx, Ross, you see all these bags with like cute patterns on them, napkins with cool designs. All that stuff is art that got licensed. So you're just selling your designs and you can sell them multiple times to multiple companies and they make products out of it. I'm really interested in that, and I think I do cute animals, and I think people would buy stuff with my cute animals on it. So I gotta get into that. I've been the jack of all trades, master of none. So I'd like to focus, because I've kind of just been doing anything, because I've just been grateful to make money drawing. Like, I've been able to sustain myself somehow, knock on wood, for like 13 years now, without having to get a quote-unquote real job. So I'd like to continue that in the age of generative AI. So the pivot is going to be into like taking the illustration stuff a lot more seriously. So I'm gonna like maybe take like art lessons again, even though I haven't been in school for a while, like color and light and scenery, and like really level up my game instead of just drawing every day and getting the results from that, which you do get results. Like my art now is better than it was 6 months ago, better than it was a year ago, etc., just from drawing a lot. But you have to like deliberately study sometimes to level up. So I'm on the grind of like leveling up my work. I want to be pro, you know. And technically I am pro. I'm professional. I sell my art for money. That's a professional artist, but you know what I mean when I say that. Let's see. Hello, how are you? I am grand. I am basically done with this hedgehog. I wanted to lighten up the coffee in the cup. There was something else I wanted to do too. I can't remember. It'll come to me in a minute. I just want to like lighten up the coffee tone a smidge. Not tone, color. That barely did anything, but you just, you know, just a little, like a highlight or something, almost. Maybe it's too diffused, but it reads a little bit less dark than it did a second ago. That's nice art you got there. Thank you. I'm trying out new brushes, new textures, new whatever. Still cute animals, so it's still within my comfort zone, but otherwise newish. How are you doing this weekend? I think adding a edge to this cup here was going to help. Clean it up a little bit without cleaning it up too much, you know? I think that works. Now, why is this red on the handle there? That's because I painted it on top. Go figure. Yeah, my layering in this piece has been a mess, but I'm figuring it out. Kind of wanted to add another texture to this middle part of the croissant down here. Just add another color or texture or something. It's like too flat. I like that, but I don't like the color. I like the texture though. So let's make it more brown. You have this ability to press buttons quickly really fast. I can just press the love heart many times. Cute. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. I forgot to say, but I did see them out of the corner of my eye. There's another one just there. Love it. Thank you. Alright. I like that crystal. I don't like how it's blending into the table so much there, though. Okay. Now I'm just getting nitpicky. Which is how you know it's almost done. Okay. The edge of this table is still kind of driving me crazy, so we're gonna go back to the layer where I fixed it by painting on top. Just straighten it out a little bit. I don't know what it is about that little area of the picture that's making me crazy, but okay. Okay, I think that's better. Is there anything else standing out that I really don't like? Oh, I should test the values because I can already see a problem with the hedgehog quills where it's getting kind of lost against that wood frame. That window. Yeah, see how it's like blending into the wood? So I'm gonna have to lighten up those quills. Everything else is pretty legible, like in black and white from this far out. You can kind of tell what's going on. But it's just the quills there are like blending with the wood. So let's fix that. Let's lighten up these here quills. We're gonna duplicate it because I might mess up. And it's okay if you do. Let's add a little bit of gray tone. Here, just so it's a little lighter than the wood. We just want it to be readable. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna bring in a little more warmth to the quills over here. Why is this like soft gray over here? Is this part of this rain layer I didn't erase? No, what is this? Oh, it's here. I see. There we go. That light from that window wouldn't be all the way over there anyway. Alright, that's a little bit lighter. Let's see if it made enough of a difference. Oh, you can read it. It could be brighter, but you can see the quills against the window. So that's better. You're the one who gave the hearts. Thank you. Thank you both for the hearts. I appreciate it. That's definitely better. Let's lighten it up just a little tiny bit more. And then I think we're going to call it a day besides the noise layer that I like doing. And then we'll do a random wheel request unless somebody has a burning desire to request something cute and fun. Otherwise, I kind of want to try this style on whatever the wheel gives me. I think that'll be a good exercise. Loosening up with these chunkier, funkier brushes and textures and stuff like that. I think that'll be cool. Especially if it's something less organic, like a robot character or something that's real boxy. Like, how do I make that warm and organic, you know? I also feel like the table's missing, like, a cute little detail. Like, I kind of want a little sugar packet with some sugar all over the table. It's too clean, almost. What do we think about that, or is that a silly idea? Because I think it would be cute to have, like, literally just a little... It wouldn't be bright white, but I'm just sketching it to sketch it. With, like, a rip, and then there's, like, sugar all over the table. I just want a little bit of mess. I think that would add a little something. I can come back to it another day, too. Because I think I kind of want to move on to the wheel. It's more fun to suggest more creative ideas to the wheel. Are you saying it's more fun to suggest a random idea? Whatever. I can spin the wheel, and all three of you who are here can veto if it's a really bad idea. But I don't know. We'll come back to the hedgehog, because I could be satisfied with it being done right here. But part of me would add like to add a little clutter. Maybe we'll come back to him at the end of the stream. We're gonna hiatus on the hedgehog, and we can get rid of the inspo on the screen. This is like cluttering up the whole screen, so we can delete that. We'll come back to him with fresh eyes. And maybe more clutter ideas, like a spoon with some coffee on it or something, you know? Alright, let's do the wheel. I need to get a visual for the wheel. I need to get better at streaming and do the actual visual for the wheel. I had one at some point, didn't I? I'm losing it. Anyway, Random item, random list picker. Where is it? Random picker. Yep. Okay. I think I just put this on the screen. Is there anything on here that I drew that I didn't take off the list? I'm just looking really quick. I think I did that. Who's Eleanor Wonders? Did I do that? No, I didn't. Okay, that's a whole different character. Okay. Just double checking real quick. I think these are all new. Question mark, but if we get one I've already done, I can just respin it. Okay. And now the question is, can I put this on the screen without messing up my entire stream? Let's find out. And OBS does not want me to add new things, so whatever. I'm just gonna hit randomize. You're all gonna have to trust me when I say what it comes up with. Alright, drum roll. I already did that. Peanut and Filbert from Animal Crossing snuggling is what I got. What do we think, chat? Yeah, the wheel is just, it's a list of stuff that people have suggested over various streams that I didn't get around to, and I said I'll add it to the list, and I'll spin the wheel. And at one point I did do an actual, like, wheel graphic, but now I'm just using a random list picker thing. So do we want to do Peanut and Filbert from Animal Crossing snuggling? Or do we want to do something else? Let me get a nice big canvas here, and I'll write out the 3 things. And we can pick. Because there's only a few of you here. If there was more people here, I would just adhere to the wheel. But I've drawn a lot of Animal Crossing in my day, so it might be a little boring to see that again, but that's exactly what it said. Peanut and Filbert AC Snuggle. Okay. And then Wet Floorbot FNAF Security Breach. Don't know what that is, but I'm gonna write it down. Why is this brush doing this now? Hello? Why is my pencil being so weird? Let me see. Okay. Let me disconnect, reconnect it. Hello? Of course this is happening to me. Wet Floorbot? I can't finger paint. That's a challenge for a stream, as I finger paint. Seriously though, what is happening? Alright, alright, we're gonna paint something with my finger. I don't know what, but we're gonna paint something. How about we do just a cute squirrel? Let's see. Straw flower, something small. Yeah, we'll make it really quick. I'm gonna have to address this problem off stream and make sure that my pencil still works. An occupation, object, and emotion, then create a picture based on that. You know what? Let's just, for fun, let's just try drawing Filbert. I have him open in a new tab anyway, so. Little guys from shapes is a good way to practice. Yeah, we'll do a weird shaped squirrel. We'll make it really quick. And maybe I'll just end the stream a little early, because I do have to actually address this because I have some work to get done tonight. And I don't want to sit here and do tech support, turning off and on the iPad and stuff like that. Okay, we'll start off with a really rough shape and then we'll try to make it better. Okay, this is a really bad sketch. If anybody tuning in now, I promise I can actually draw. I know, it just like, it just won't. Okay, wait, hold on. It says battery percent now. Are we back in the game? Oh yeah, alright, it's responding to some stuff. Okay. Okay. That was I was like, uh-oh, I'm gonna have to reset and it's gonna be a whole thing. Okay. Crisis averted. Anywho. So, now that the pen works, would we... Okay, it was the Wet Floor bot from FNAF Security Breach, Filbert and Peanut from Animal Crossing Snuggling, and the third option if I go spin this. Quasi the Pirate Cat Octonauts. Pirate Cat Octonauts. Okay, he's cute. So, do we want Filbert? Do we want the Struggle Filbert? Do we want the FNAF Security Breach bot? Or do we want Quasi from Octonauts? Cast your vote now. I'm so relieved. I'm like, this is going to be a whole thing. Like, the last 2 years. Yeah, you've made a lot of suggestions. So do we want to do... Maybe the security bot would be kind of fun to do in this, like, warm... I was just talking about how it would be fun to do a robot. Let's see. Octonauts. I want to look at this, bot. Wet floor bot. I want to see. Oh, he's cute, actually. He's cute. You know what? I'm going to try him. I'm going to give him a go. He's actually cute. I'm curious to see how I can do it with this chalk brush and this, like, textured style. The wet floor robot. It's literally, yeah, it's a wet floor sign with, like, a cute little... He's a cutie. Alright, let me get a picture, a ref of him on the screen for y'all to see, so it's not just me staring at this. If it'll let me. Oh my gosh, please let me add a picture. Please let me add a picture. Okay, well, OBS is not going to let me add another picture of anything, so you're just going to have to trust me on this. He's a wet floor sign with a robot head. I will sketch him very quickly. I don't know why my OBS is cursed. Every single time I stream, I have to, like, disconnect and reconnect the iPad every single time. Sometimes I have to restart my whole computer to make it work. And then mid-stream, sometimes it just won't let me add pictures. So that's fun, but... I will very roughly sketch out the ref I'm looking at, and then I'll figure out a way to make it cute on another layer. But I want you to experience the cuteness. I gotta sketch out the ref for you guys to see. And he's got, on the inside of this is the caution wet floor. Caution. And then is the figure that's falling in the wet floor sign? It looks like an animatronic. Yeah, it looks like with the shoulder pads. Do we know which character it is in the falling? There's like a robot here falling, an animatronic falling. I can Google a higher res picture too, I'm sure, but wet floor. Okay, that does say wet floor. Hang with me. Yes, it is. You vote for Squid. You're almost rude with how many suggestions you... It's okay to make suggestions. Fun fact, I think I remember that the fans of the game where the wet floor sign comes from is called Pat Pat. You think it's Glam Rock Freddy? That sounds right, because I was like, what are the 80s ones called with, like, the shoulder pads? Glam Rock, that sounds right. I'll have to look up Glam Rock Freddy. Or just a high res of the wet floor sign. But this is what this little guy looks like. He's got, like, lights on top. I'm assuming the lights light up, but in this ref, they're turned off. Unless I'm wrong and these are speakers. Are these it might be speakers. Because his eyes are lights, right? I don't know the lore of this character. If someone would like to illuminate me on the lore, that would be great. You haven't played any of the games, you never really... I'm 36, that's why I haven't played any of the games. I've watched people play them, though. I will watch a Let's Play of just about anything on this planet. I've watched, like, a Let's Play of the first, like, 2, I think. I know a little bit about them, the games, but I'm not, like, a lore expert. Anyway, I'll actually make him, like, cuter, but I'm just trying to give a rough visual of what I'm talking about to anybody watching who doesn't know this guy. I didn't know this guy until I Googled him, so... Okay, well, that's the, like, starting point idea. The games are awesome. Usually almost good as... No, it's okay. It's okay to make a joke about being too old for, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm certainly too old for Five Nights at Freddy's, but I like the stuff. Like, it's fun. I think Haunted Animatronics is cool. Let's see. Pat Fed is just literally a wet floor sign. He has no significance to the lore. I like that. Okay, we're going to use this chalk brush, and we're going to try to block him out. And make him textured and warm and fuzzy, but still structured. We still want him to look solid, you know? I just like getting these warm textured edges. I make suggestions. Oh, I see. But you still, I love Pat Pat. I'm a big fan. And I feel like nowadays, like, there's so many horror things for kids that it's, like, oversaturated, but it was kind of, was it not? Wow, that color looks like crazy on OBS, I'm so sorry. It's like a nice, warm, muted yellow on my end. Let me change this color, because it's horrible for you guys to look at. I don't know why that happens sometimes. I think the iPad maybe has, like, a different color system than... This is a little bit closer to what I was using. Well, that's still bright, but it's not, like, eye-blinding. Anyway, what was I saying? I feel like it's, like, overdone as a trope now to, like, oh, it's a cute thing for kids, but it's haunted and scary. I think FNAF probably did that the best, because, like, what better setting than, like, a 90s Chuck E. Cheese style birthday party thing? Like, it's just, it's perfect. I like the story of how the creator took advantage of the fact that he made games where all the characters looked terrifying unintentionally, and then just decided to lean in. I like that. You take the criticism and you go, hey, you know, maybe I'm just good at this on accident, so let me just try making a scary game. And it was a smash hit. I think that's cool. Do you have a blue light filter on? No, I don't. I used to, but I try to keep stuff like that off my computer because I want accurate colors. And when I send stuff from my iPad to my MacBook, I don't notice any change in colors. But for some reason on OBS specifically, what I'm looking at on OBS is like 30% brighter than what's on my iPad. And the iPad is at full brightness. I'm like 90% sure. I don't want to mess with anything else on the iPad. The fan name. The official name is just Wet Floor Bot. Well, I'm a fan of this little guy, regardless. The fan name's cute. Who came up with Pat Pat, do we know? Or is it just one of those names that people started saying and we're like, yeah, that's his name. Just one of those things. Alright, this bit needs to move over a little bit. It's funny, he looks like very warm and like honey colored on my iPad right now. I think this needs to be taller and like thicker, maybe. And the edge of the edge of the head lines up with the edge of the body. So I'm going to both scoot in the head and scoot out. The body goes like, this edge kind of goes like halfway if I'm eyeballing it. That's like pretty close, but I'm going to move that body out a little bit more. Scoot it like so. That's a little bit better. I kind of like this thing with the chalk brush where I start really messy and then clean it up a little bit as I go. I'm kind of into that instead of starting with such stark, clean, dry ink shapes. I'm liking the feel of it. It's kind of like carving a little bit. You kind of carve out shapes with the eraser. It's very satisfying. I think dry ink will work really well for the details, like the text on the sign. And here I was going to cut the stream short. Hallelujah. Thank you, Apple Pencil, for working again. That was going to be a whole nightmare. I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, do I have to schedule an Apple Genius Bar appointment and go deal with that tomorrow? Like, this pencil is kind of old, so I was kind of worried it was on its last legs. It's like, oh no. This iPad's kind of old too, for real, but let's see. The lore has gotten so crazy lately. It's so interesting. It's such a cool story. There's so much more to the story now. It's so far away from just look at the haunted robot. There's full-on depth and everything. It's so good. I believe you. It's like a whole universe now. You remember someone making a fan game of Chipper's Lumber Game? It was how FNAF came to be. It was yeah, that was wasn't it Scott Cawthon, the FNAF creator? Didn't he make, or are you talking about somebody made like a fan version of that game too? Because I believe that, but I think it was that Chipper's Lumber Game that he made sincerely to be like an educational, cute game for kids, but like it got criticism that it looked terrifying because it had that like almost animatronic, creepy, plasticky look to it. And I like that he took that feedback and was like, you know what, why don't I just do that? It's why I think the first Toy Story movie was so genius, is because Pixar had like groundbreaking, world-first technology in making 3D animated movies, and they still couldn't really make a human look good. Like if you look at the early Pixar movies, especially that short film with the baby, like it's kind of creepy. So like going with plastic toys, because the textures could be really smooth and like early 3D and plasticky and still look pretty good. The characters could be stiff and still look good. The characters could have very stiff, cartoony eyes and still read as toys. So it was such a smart first movie choice for Pixar. Just lean into the limitations you have. Embrace it, you know? It's like, well, maybe I only know how to make like scary looking characters, so let me just do scary stuff. I feel like if I tried to make a horror game, it would probably be terrible, because like all I do is cute stuff. Unless you're going for that like ironic thing. I did forever ago. I don't have it still on the iPad, or I'd go dig it up. Like, if anybody remembers those Jumpstart games from the 90s, the educational games, somebody reached out to me because they wanted to do like a horror version of one of those. And they had me do like a couple character designs of like a bear teacher, and I can't remember what else. And I did it in that like 90s Jumpstart style, and it was really cool, but I don't think they ever got around to finishing it. But I'm like, hey, hit me up again if you ever want to make this real. I'll do all the art, happily. Because they wanted specifically that cutesy 90s infotainment educational kind of look. And I'm surprised nobody's aped that idea and done it yet, that I know about anyway. Somebody illuminate me in the comments if I'm wrong and somebody has done like a 90s Jumpstart educational kids game, but like with a horror twist. Because a lot of those types of things have been explored already with horror games, but I thought that was a cool idea. The game from what I've seen called Tyke and Sun Lumber Co. Cute. Five Nights at Animal Crossing. Yeah. It'd be really cutesy, and then, oh no, it's not actually cute. It's haunted, or whatever. The Jumpstart second grade songs, I do. I think of an adjective is a kind of word that describes things. Which one? Whose is it? How many? What kind of? I still think of that every time I've thought of or seen the word adjective. So, I mean, they were good educational games. I learned an adjective. The verb song was kind of weak. A verb is a kind of word with action. Like, that was the lame one. The noun one was okay, but the adjective one was the best. Technically, Animal Crossing does have Zipper T, and he's kind of unnerving. Yeah, he has the very spooky, emotionless eyes and face. Yeah, he's a weird one in Animal Crossing. I did that video forever ago, like years ago, about him being like a mascot and it being creepy because he has like the zipper in the back, hence the name Zipper. What is he underneath the suit? What animal is he underneath the suit? I'd like to think he's secretly, he's either secretly another human like the player, and you're not allowed to see him for that reason because you're like the special human character. Or I'd like to believe that it's a bunny underneath that suit, because I think that's funny. You can't just get any bunny, you need, like, the big bunny for Egg Day. The one with the goat who likes to eat everything is always... What was that one? I know, I can see it in my head, the goat, but what was the song? I like the noun one with the... See the little green bird. She's smart and you can hear it. She can say 7 words. My pretty, pretty Panama parrot. I wanted to go back and like play that game as an adult just to absolutely crush it. You know? Oh, what was there was a scary Jumpstart game too. I think it was the 3rd grade one. It actually freaked me out as a kid. Where, like, you have to, like, answer the questions were too hard for me at that age, or, like, they had a category that was, like, geography, and I didn't know where, like, some country was located, so it stumped me. So it freaked me out, because you had, like, it's, like, a haunted carnival theme, and, like, you have to save your friends who get kidnapped by a witch. I don't remember the story, I'm probably misremembering it, but there's, like, some kind of evil witch. Everything's, like, in a spooky woods theme, and you have, like, a candle, and the wax is, like, and if the candle runs out, like... That's it, game over, and it, like, freaked me out so bad. Like, I hate time stuff, I hate, like, drowning mechanics, timed mission, like, anything with a time pressure, like, I don't like it. I think that's where it stems from. That game gave me, like, time-based mission video game trauma or something, like, hated it. But it freaked me out so bad. I think I, like, failed one geography thing, and I just never touched it again, because it just spooked me. I think it was 3rd grade. It's like, this seems a little young for a game like this, but maybe I was just an extra scaredy cat kid and it wasn't even that bad. But I kind of want to revisit these games as, like, an adult and just, like, tear through them in, like, 30 minutes. Just for funsies. Because there's, like, a side thing in Jumpstart 2nd grade where you collect postcards. Why is this not sampling yellow? Hello? Okay, anyway. You collect, like, postcards that you get from different states, and you light up the map of every US state with the postcards you get in-game from, like, NPCs. And I never did collect all the postcards from all the states. So I'd kind of like to, like, that would be my completionist thing, is, like, speed run Jumpstart 2nd grade. For nobody's enjoyment but my own. I think that would be fun. And I would love to replay the first Harry Potter PC game, too. Man, I loved that game as a kid. Flipendo! I could whip through that game in about an hour now probably, but I remember it feeling so difficult when I was a kid, and I felt so accomplished when I like beat it. I've never been a pro level gamer, if you can't tell. These were like my challenges, is like Jumpstart 3rd grade and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for PC. I feel like Chamber of Secrets and the other ones weren't as fun. I felt like that first one was really super fun though. Is that just me? Or is it just my bias because it was my like first Harry Potter computer game or whatever, and it was a magical experience. You gotta go. It was nice tuning in for a while. Have a good night, Alyssa. Thank you. You have a good night as well. Why is this sampling like... Oh, it's picking color from active layer. Can I just pick color from every layer? It doesn't let you just pick colors from every layer now. That's a weird update. Why would they do that to me specifically? I like being able to color drop from every layer. Or color pick, rather. That's crazy. There's gotta be a way to, like, fix that. Anyway, a problem for off-stream me to figure out. Man, I like that the eyedropper tool was across every layer. I must have activated something on accident, because I swear I didn't update Procreate unless I have auto updates on. I don't know. Now, are these things on top of him? They're speakers, right? Because they have like little holes in them. So I think I'll just stick to that. I'll like lighten up this color a bit and then do little holes. A little pattern of holes. Good memories playing that first and second Harry Potter game. Collecting all the cards. The beans. I just spit all over my iPad. Cute. But yeah, it was fun. I like doing the Quidditch challenges. I thought that game was so beautiful too when it came out. Like, I was like, oh, it's like being in Hogwarts for real. I would take... Because on Windows, at least back in my day, you had to take a screenshot by hitting the screenshot button and then paste it into something, which for me was Microsoft Paint. I didn't have Photoshop, I didn't have any of that stuff back in the day. So I would find a scene that was so beautiful, like with the whole castle showing with like snow falling or whatever, and I would hit screenshot and I'd be so excited for me to quit the game to like go open Microsoft Paint and paste that and make that my wallpaper. I was so hype about that. Because I was like, wow, this is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And you look at it now, and you like all the Hagrid memes of like him looking completely like distorted. And it's like, wow, that game really did not look good. But as a kid, I thought it was like the prettiest thing I'd ever seen. I was just so enchanted by it. Your attention span is run low. Adios. Have a good rest of your day. We used to climb everywhere like you could and screenshot and make backgrounds. Yep. You remember. I'll work on this guy a little bit. Oh, heck, I might work on him till 8. I might take off a little early because honestly my stomach is grumbling. I do this to myself every stream. I ate a little something before the stream to quell this, but now I'm hungry again because I didn't eat like a real dinner. This is my fault. But I'm like, I don't want to eat dinner at 5. I get a second wind at the evening time. So, like, all my energy now. So now I'm hungry because, like, my brain's working. Crazy. But I want to get the guy's face in and the guy. This little guy's, like, basic shapes in. I don't want to do all the detail work. Ooh, it's driving me crazy that I can't eyedropper from every layer. What did I do? Can I fix this? Oh, that's making me nuts. You know what I'll do to solve it? I will make a color palette layer. And then I'll just use that. Adapt, improvise, overcome. Oh, wrong layer. Oops. Okay, we'll do that. These are the main colors. And then if we want a complementary color, like we want like a purple in here somewhere, or maybe like a purpley blue to be like the silver color, because we want something besides just yellow, I think. So we'll do like this like grayish blue tone in here. I don't know, something like that. Okay, that's our color palette. Have yet to feel that kind of excitement from a game since then. Oh yeah, which one? Breath of the Wild, probably. Tears of the Kingdom was okay, but I got really exhausted by the crafting mechanics of it all, which some people really loved, and I'm happy for them and all, but it was too much for me. Like, I don't want to get an engineering degree when I'm trying to, like, chill and go on quests. Like, it was too much. So, like, I kind of gave up on Tears of the Kingdom, but I want this to be a little bit more circly. There we go. There we go. The crafting was too much. Yeah, I was... Like, I get it. Like, I think it's fine that there's, like, alternate ways to solve things if you get clever and crafty, but I wanted, like, a straightforward way to do stuff, too. And, like, maybe there can be a bonus prize for the nerds who want to sit there and, like, build an entire tower or whatever, but... It's not for me, but whatever. Not every game has to be for me. Most aren't. You know, it's a great game, though. I played it for an hour and a half, and then I got my refund on Steam because I was like, I'm gonna get sucked into playing this for 50 hours, and I can't. Basic game called Fruit Mountain. I've been watching Limmy, my favorite streamer ever. Scottish guy, comedian, hilarious. I've been watching him play Fruit Mountain, and it's just a game where you line up fruit and smack them into each other. It's like, there was mobile game versions of this where you drop fruit, and the small fruits turn into the slightly bigger fruits until you get to a watermelon, and you rack up as many points as you can before the screen overflows. It's like that, but the fruits fall off the table. Very simple, very satisfying, basic, but like, I played it for an hour and a half, and I could feel that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get sucked into playing this for like the next 3 days and get absolutely nothing done. So I had to refund it for my own sanity. Can't handle it. Only way you'd beat it is if you craft stuff and just gave up. Yeah, I gave up at some point. I like exploring the map and unlocking all the regions on the map. And then the underworld, you do that stuff. But then once I unlock everything on the map, I'm like, I'm over it. Like, that was the fun for me, was unlocking the map. I didn't want to do anything else. Unlocking those guide towers or whatever. Now it's irritating me because the color palette's not on every layer. Okay. Just pick a color from the color palette layer and come back down. What do you think about Paralives? I don't know if I'm going to buy it because I'm really picky about art style, and I don't like the style of the paras themselves. But the house building looks cool. I don't know. I think I'd rather watch other people play it, to be honest. I'll see what other people do with their creative skills on there. I don't have any desire to pay for it and play it, but that's just me. I'm picky, though. Like, I didn't like Sims 3 because I thought the Sims were ugly. So... Everybody says that's the best one, like, gameplay-wise. I believe them, but I can't get into it because the art style sucks to me. Everybody looks like a meaty little cherub, you know? Dough-faced. Like D-O-U-G-H, not like a cute little deer dough. I like the build mode of the parrot. Yeah, the art style of that, it's just like, and then it's such a minor thing that, like, most people don't care about. But I hate when, like, the game's done in, like, Unity Designer, which is, like, an easy-to-use thing for developing games, I guess. I don't know about game development. But the point is the menus and stuff feel very, like, basic. Like, there's no design to the menus themselves, so it feels like somebody's, like, school project or something. I don't know. They need to polish it. It needs a level of polish. And I know it's a small team and they're working hard and all that. I appreciate that. But it's not for me. That's okay. But I am glad that The Sims has some competition, because that Inzoi game did not look like direct competition to The Sims anyway. So I'm glad The Sims has somebody coming for them as far as, like, the home building stuff and different gameplay. People will start demanding stuff like that in The Sims, so it'll push The Sims to be better. So it's a good thing. I'm glad it exists. Even if I'm not going to play it, that's okay. I think more games like it should exist, and I wish them tons of success. It takes a lot of guts to go up against, like, the best-selling video game franchise of all time with a competitor. That's not an easy thing to do. You've liked watching people build with it, but the way the live mode kind of goes is kind of lacking. The little cards for conversations is weird to me, too. Sims nailed it with the little menus around The Sims. Enzoi is like... I don't get that. I don't get Enzoi. If I'm going to sink myself into another, like, 200, 300 hours worth of gameplay, it's going to be a new Animal Crossing or something. Like, I'm just saving my ability to zone out and play a game for that. And I could just play the Animal Crossing update and redesign my island, but I'm like, I can't. I want to start new on a new game, new everything. Like, I want something fresh. I want hot and fresh. I want to start when everyone else is starting and unlock all the stuff when everybody else is, and like that excitement when like New Horizons first came out. I want that. Why is this not erasing? Oh, I guess because it's clipping to this. That'll do it. Down for a new life sim game, but I want it to be perfect. Yeah, Paralives has been in development for years, and I don't think there's anybody else doing that. So, unless there's a big game company that sees interest in Paralives and Sims competitors and wants to jump on it, I'm not holding my breath for somebody else to try it, but we'll see. It's hard to go up against The Sims. It's literally the best-selling video game franchise of all time. It's really hard to go toe-to-toe with them. Pokopia looks like a game I get sucked into. Yeah, I don't want to get the new Switch too. I'm refusing because I wanted the Switch Animal Crossing one so bad, and then I was gifted a regular refurbished one, so that I couldn't be like the jerk that's like, I don't want this one. I want the Putty Green one that just came out yesterday. Like, you know, like. So now I'm stuck with a regular Switch. So I refuse to get a Switch 2 until they have like a really cute one that I want. So I'm gonna wait. And even then, my Switch has been gathering dust, so like I'm not in a rush to get a Switch 2 anyway. Like, I kind of want to play Mario Kart World. I kind of want to play Pokopia, but nothing that's like making me go, oh, I need to play that right now. You know. The Donkey Kong game looked pretty cute. I would probably give that a try. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of detail on the caution sign on this stream. That might be a next stream thing. I've noticed an error. This all has to slant more forward, so I'm going to have to warp a few layers here. Okay. Let me use this angle as the guide. Make sure it's the same on both sides. Okay. We're going to have to do a little warping here. Push all this. Let me see. Or does it widen out a little bit? Or is it the same width? No, it's the same width. Okay. I'm glad I put this all in a group. Let's see what I can do. Not that. I need to put this stuff outside. No, I can't. Okay, one thing at a time. Distort. Maybe I can just leave this as is for now and then mess with... Yeah, let's mess with this. And then fix the layer underneath in a bit. Match the angle. Okay. That's looking better. It needs to be a little bit wider, I think. Actually, this whole shebang needs to be a little bit wider. Freeform, just scooch out a little bit. Beep, beep. Okay, that looks about right. And now to fix this. Why is this over top of this? This needs to be under. And then this needs to be underneath this. No? Just go back to how it was. We'll figure it out. Okay. I'll just be careful and paint. Okay, fill that in. And then erase this bottom bit. So there's a lot of cleanup and fixing I'm gonna have to do next stream. That's okay, better to fix it now than when it's like already done. Okay, that's looking better. I do want to fix how this thing is like, it's like leaning up at the top. Where is this? Hello? Why is this not like... Oh, it's because the stupid layer's on top. Why did I do my layers like this again? But yeah, just erase a little bit of that. That straightens that out. That's a little better. It's a little better. And then I want to move this to the left a bit because it's not quite centered. Okay. That's a little better. That's a little better. And this has a bottom edge. It's nice and thick along the bottom. Maybe not that thick. A little too thick. Bring that over here. I'll have to do that in the other layer later. Let's see. Cool FNAF. Thank you. Waiting for that Chocolate Factory game by the creator of Stardew Valley. Yeah, the Haunted Chocolatier or whatever it's called. Something Chocolatier. Watch, I just did a mom version of the actual name. And it's called like the Witch's Chocolate Factory or something. I think it's something Chocolatier. I don't think it's haunted though. Oh my gosh. Just fill in. Like, you get the idea. You get what I'm going for. Just fill it in. Like, you know me. Thank you. Oh, gosh. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to do the triangle shape. I'm not going to do any of the text on this stream. That is for another day. The mom version? Yeah, Village Pizza. Yeah, we had a gas station in my hometown called Whistle Stop. And for years, my mom would only call it Village Pizza. It was never ever called Village Pizza. It's not like a Sears Tower thing where people still call it the Sears Tower even though it's the Willis Tower. Nothing has ever been called Village Pizza. I don't think ever anywhere. But yet. Village Pizza. And it still is. It's been renamed since. It's Red Barn now. Isn't it? Is it the Red Barn? Something like that. Anyway, it's not Village Pizza. If I had unlimited money, I would buy that place and rename it Village Pizza. That's like the first thing I would do if I won the lottery. That's how you'd know I won. I wouldn't tell anyone, but there would be signs. The signs would be I would rename that business Village Pizza. I wouldn't even buy it. I would just pay the owners. I'd be like, hey, here's a cool like $100,000 to change your name to Village Pizza. I'm talking if I won millions. And that's like chump change to me. First thing I'd do. I'll never confirm I won the lottery. I'll never say a word to anyone. But you'll know. Yeah, as soon as I rename it, she'd start calling it Whistle Stop. It's Village Pizza. Start up a pizzeria in town called Village Pizza. Alright, we're gonna bring this shape around. I guess this could be the back side of this curve. I'll have to darken this all up and shape it up a bit, but I do like how this chalk brush adds like some life to an otherwise very geometric and flat character. Like if I was doing the normal dry ink shapes, I think he would have a little bit less life to him. It would be more flat. Even though there's a little bit of texture with the dry ink brush, it's very graphic designy, which I've been digging, but now I like this little bit of fuzz to this. He could be cleaned up a little bit, but just it's amazing what just a little bit more texture will do, you know? A little bit of fuzz. I actually like that, like under the head. I have to fix his neck a little bit. It got unstraightened at some point, so I'll have to straighten it and then repaint that little section in the middle when I was shifting stuff around. Oops, is that alpha locked? Yes, it is. Just fix that little seam there. Do a little bit of gray. Maybe make that like yellow to reflect the yellow. Curious, what's your go-to on getting yourself inspired to draw when or if you're dealing with art block? That's a good question. I don't draw a lot of personal stuff for myself as much as I used to, but I do recommend that, ironically. It's just like whatever's in your comfort zone. So for me, like cute animals. So it's just like pick one, you know? I like having a prompt of some kind. So I like having some kind of anything. There's probably sites where you can get like something like a prompt of like draw a blue caterpillar eating a donut. I just made up something, but sites where it'll just give you an idea and that's just what you're drawing now. Like, I need that poke of, like, here's the idea, draw it. Because I think sometimes the most intimidating thing is just a blank canvas. Just seeing a white blank canvas, you're like, I could do literally anything, and now I'm frozen and I have no idea what to do. So sometimes you just need an idea of what to do. That's my advice. Is do personal work even when you don't necessarily feel like it. I'm trying to get better at that now. And if you're really stuck, just get a prompt from anything. Or it could be something around you. You just, okay, you draw the stuff that's on your desk. Or something cool that's on your wall. Or whatever. You just need somewhere to start. Or a limited color palette. You need, you know, oh, you have to draw a picture of pizza, but you can only use the color green. You know, something silly. A little art challenge for yourself. Or you can draw, but you can only use this brush. Just some weird challenge you give yourself for no reason. And the best thing about giving yourself a challenge is if it's like really overwhelming, you can just quit and you don't have to tell anybody. It's fine. But at least try. Because sometimes you find some cool stuff out, like experimenting with this chalk brush on the last stream. Now I kind of want to make it like a primary brush that I use. So sometimes you mess around with stuff like that and it ends up working its way into your art outside of those weird little challenges. It's why I like the wheel of ideas on this stream. Or not wheel, but like the list of ideas that people give me. I would have never thought to draw the wet floor bot from FNAF Security Breach in a million years. But somebody suggested it, it was on the list, and it came up. And it's been really fun to draw, so highly recommend just a list of stuff. You could even make a list now for when you are art blocked next time, and you're like, well, here's a list of 50 ideas I thought were cool. And then you have it ready to rock. So you can just close your eyes and pick one. Or type it up and use a random list picker thing. Whatever. You just need an initial push. The hardest part is like getting started doing anything, I think. You need that inertia. Just toning the background a little bit so it's not pure white. It still looks so white on my end. It's a good idea, I never thought of that. Yeah, you just need a little something to get you started. I always find myself gravitating towards chalky pencil-like brushes when you sketch when it comes to line art. You cringe. I'm learning to embrace the messiness. See, I like these like crazy edges here. I like that. Zoomed out, it still like looks like a solid shape, but you zoom in and it's like kind of funky. What else did I want to do on this stream before I run and go get myself something to eat? It's driving me crazy that it's not letting me pick from other layers. Like, that must be a new Procreate feature, and they need to, like, undo that ASAP, because it's bad. I probably activated something by accident. I'm gonna troubleshoot that after the stream. That's making me cuckoo. We'll do, like, a little bit of glow inside the eyes. Maybe even set the layer to color dodge? It's a little funky, but I can get into it. Let's not use Nico Roll, let's use chalk still. Or is that too much? I think that's too much to have the glow go outside the eye. We'll just stick to that. And keep it inside the eye. I think that works. And then I wanted to do something really quickly. I want to try shinying up the shiny metal part of this sign a little bit. I don't want to overwork it. I don't want to like sit here and render it and make it look like realistic. I don't think I'm at any risk of doing that, but you know what I mean. Where it looks like too shiny, too detailed for the style I'm going for, which is more simple. Well, let's just add some shine, and there's like dark black plastic down here at the bottom. It's like shinier and lighter on the ref, like kind of on the inside here. And it fades up and then it's like shiny right here. I might have to workshop this to get it right, but on next stream. So I do want it to look shiny, but I don't want it to look too detailed either. So there's got to be a happy medium. We could simplify it even more by like, I'll do it on one side just so I don't ruin any potential progress there. I can make it real simple and just have it shiny like that, just like stripes of shine to imply shiny metal. I don't think it looks quite right that way, but it's an idea. It's an idea. I think we'll come back to that next week. So with that said, here's the progress made on Wet Floor Bot. I'm getting really hungry, so I'm gonna have to jet. And then here is progress on this hedgehog. I think he's basically done, except next stream I would love to add, like I workshopped that, like a sugar packet with some sugar on the table, maybe a spoon over on, let me just sketch it up, you know, like a spoon laying over here with like a little bit of coffee on it or something. I want more stuff on the table. I think I need a little more action. So just reminding myself of what to do next week. A spoon, some sugar. Maybe that spoon's too small. I'll figure it out. But I want a little more something going on here. Thinking of that Shiny song from Moana. Shiny. Okay. I think that's all I did. Yeah, I basically finished the hedgehog minus some clutter. And then I made some decent progress on Wet Floor Bot after a brief panic moment where I thought my Apple Pencil just was not working tonight. And I had to briefly finger paint a very bad finger painting of Filbert from Animal Crossing. But the pencil started working again and the night was saved. So I will see you guys next week. I'm thinking about streaming 2 times a week. Don't hold me to that because I barely can do 1 time a week most weeks. But I'm thinking about maybe like a Wednesday stream, so like Wednesday and Friday. I don't know. I might just try it next week and see what happens for the fun of it. But I'll see you guys on the next stream, whenever that is. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your weekend, and have a great night.